Hi, this is Ben Ivey, the fulfillment artist, and in this video I'm going to teach you why your parents have such a big impact on you. So let's go back to your birth, okay? So you're a child and you've just been born and you get slapped on the ass and you get told your name is Ben. And then you go about surviving as a child and starting to become, a real human, speaking, walking, and all this other stuff. Now, did you know that 80% of your psychology was formed before the time that you were 3 years old? Now, how much do you remember before you were 3? My guess is nothing. Yet 80% of your psychology has already been formed. And you're telling me you're not like your parents? These are the two people that you spend most time with for those 3 years. And they influence you and put certain rules on you. And you learn to abide by those rules because they're the ones that look after you. And you will crave the love of your parents, right? It's a fact. So let's say you wanted your mum's love more, right? What did you have to do in order for your mum to love you, right? And let's say you had to be successful. Well, then you will go about your life trying to be successful. You will go about your life doing this, doing that in order to be successful, unconsciously to please your mum so she'll love you, or so that your partner will love you, or so whoever you're with will love you, because that's the rule that you got told when you were younger. You don't remember that rule. It wasn't even said. It was just the way it went about. But something like that could happen where they could say, you know what, I want you to be in an office job and be really stable. Okay? And let's say your dad says that to you and you rebel instead. Because what happens is you either do the same or you rebel. Okay, so for you may say, no, I'm going to rebel. No, screw that. I'm not doing that. So instead, you don't want that office job, you don't want to remain stable, so throughout your life you're constantly looking for new adventures and new opportunities because you would never want to be stable. Because if you were stable, then that's what your dad would want. And you would never want to do that because that would make your dad right, and you don't want to do that because you obviously didn't have a good relationship with your father. So you end up going through life, running all these patterns, and trying to understand, why does this keep happening? It keeps happening because the fact is there are unconscious rules and beliefs that you have about yourself that you aren't really aware of. So this is up to you to identify what these are and remove them. Because you have to bear in mind that your brain is built for survival. You've got beliefs and rules that are ingrained in your mind. And they are passed down from generation to generation. So we need to upgrade you. We need to move you from a Nokia to an iPhone 7. Right? Or whatever giant laptop to a really nice Mac. You can tell I like my Apples and my Macs, right? So how do you do that? We need to start to uncover some of these things. Now when it comes to your parents and what it is that makes them them, you naturally have some of their traits because you are half of them and half of one and half the other. Now that means that when you go about life, you'll often pick up the same habits and rituals as them as well, and your mindset is such that it will be similar. So you're bound to be very much like your parents. So the question is for you now is, you've heard of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now right now, that apple is next to the tree and you are that apple. And you're only ever going to grow by that tree. Unless you do the work needed and understand and ask the right questions to then go create your own forest elsewhere. But in order for that to happen, you need to be able to work on this and move forward. So with that, I hope you have a better understanding about why it is that people are so similar to their parents. It's because, they rely on them. It's everything that they want. And what's really important is the question, whose love did you crave most as a child? Not who loved you more, not who do you love more, but whose love did you want more? Because within that question are the key answers as to often some of the core patterns that you're running. So with that, thank you for watching. I would say really reflect on this because this is a big one. And yeah, I look forward to speaking to you very soon.